Hi, I'm Wesley Emblidge. I directed this episode and was here for it all.
And I'm Sander Lutz, the cooler director and writer.
Assistant director, writer, and you played Sebastian in
and
this
the
episode.
voice of the actors.
Sort of, yeah.
Little known fact, Wesley, this was the last scene shot the day. It was actually filmed in one day, this episode was.
Except for a few little talking heads we shot ahead of time just to be able to save time. We'll point those out as they come along. We shot a few versions of this scene, actually, at the beginning of the day, but we didn't really like them, so we reshot it at the end of the day. That magazine, Real Entertainment Weekly.
We don't really know why Chris kissed it.
That was his interesting improv. No Guy Ritchie interview in there, though.
Little known fact, that is not full of M&Ms, it is halfway full. The same tip that robbers and mafia men use when they have bags of money. They only stop the top. This is Elliot Sue.
Little known fact, Jack is actually naked during this shot.
Little known fact, Elliot didn't want to do the shot because he thought it would be too gay, but then we helped him embrace his manhood and help him learn how to appreciate other people's strength.
Jack would bend to clothes for that shot. So
this was the first thing we filmed about 3 weeks beforehand.
Yeah, and there's another talking head by Jack Twilling playing Phil that comes up later in the same spot.
We specifically put those bottles there to make it look like a laundry room.
And it is a laundry room, a tiny little cramped laundry room. And
This took about 17 shots to shoot.
It took. I think we were in that little laundry room for 2 hours because we were in this tiny enclosed space. Everything becomes funny, basically.
Oh, if you know.
This whole scene was pretty much improv. Everything they did. Elliot's little move here. Elliot Sue. He drops the pen.
Actually, learned that from Hitch.
I have not seen that movie. But and that was a little off timing. Because we added in the sound effect.
Guest star in Sander Lutz because I'm too good to be here all the time.
You're about to see him.
That was my hand, actually.
Yeah, that was his hand, and you're about to see his face.
This was cut early.
Yeah, this was early in the day. There is Sander.
There I am. Actually, it was going to be Drew Bomber, as you might say.
But he never showed up.
It was supposed to be him.
So we changed up the script a little bit to make it be his character, Mike's stoner friend, coming to fill in for him. We never really gave much of a reason, because as you'll see later, his character is very vague on exactly what happened. A couple things you might not notice very well. Jeffrey is stealing stuff, and Sander's character, Sebastian, was filming on a cell phone.
Little known fact, if you're under a pile of 5 one post-pubescent boy/man, I am bar mitzvahed, little known fact, it can get quite uncomfortable. I couldn't breathe, and I didn't really want to move my hand around that much because you don't know what you're touching.
Yeah, Aaron and I were both very happy to not be in the pile.
Yep. Although you can see Aaron by pouring the glass of milk. It's a little-known metaphor for him desiring to be in the pile with us.
Yeah. You can figure out the joke. Think about it a minute.
Okay. Wesley, that was unnecessary.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So,
and the pile took forever to organize, really, because we had to figure out who was the heaviest and who would be the least. And they were happy to get out of that pile. All but one.
That actually wasn't planned. Jack was just really happy after being there.
That was planned. I don't want to be that mean to Jack, because Jack is a good actor. Although in this episode, he was a little off. Oh, you may have glimpsed just a few seconds back a little painting of a dog. That is a little.
Anyway, this is not important
to my dog, who you may have seen in the W&C show.
This is my brilliant improv, which makes no sense at all. I started talking about Russian strippers, but the camera cut off.
Yeah. Okay, notice here, you can see Sander, upper corner, wearing a hood, and doing this little thing. He improv'd that. We reshot it later, because we liked it so much, but he was not wearing a hood. Just a little blooper we had there.
Putting things on my head and the inability to breathe, it makes me feel excited.
It made this much more interesting to just, because as Chris was reading this little script, it got a little boring.
Little bit of trivia.
Elliot came up with this. He had the book open and it was like that, and we just thought, okay, we have to include that.
Okay, with my hood on again.
Yep, putting the bag over your head.
Originally, we were going to do a flashback of Andrew actually realizing that it had been a drunk reminiscence of Pirates of the Caribbean, but
instead, we used the
overseers thought
bottle.
otherwise and cut the scene.
And also, we just ended up using the bottle. It ended up working a little better, making it just feel better.
That is Wesley's laptop.
Yep.
Which was used to film the crappy versions, which we will see soon.
Yeah. And Jack's acting here is off. It's very off. You can tell.
Yes. We don't need to go any further than that.
Yeah. This scene took forever to shoot. By the way, is Elliot wearing pants right now, or is he not? We're never going to tell you.
You decide.
But it took forever to shoot. We kept laughing, and toward the end, the camera shakes a little bit. That's me laughing.
That's what it sounds like. Originally, Aaron did not want to shoot this because A, he did not want to be caught dead in this, and B, he generally does not like to do much in general.
But we convinced him, and
although every single member of the cast had their phone out to take pictures.
Mainly Jack. Jack took many, many, many photos. Lots of photos on his BlackBerry Storm. Buy them in stores now. Verizon Wireless. It's the network. Is that the slogan?
If you see there are the 2 5-hour energy bottles, very well placed. Now back to the scene.
Is that the slogan for Verizon Wireless? It's the network?
I can hear you now, actually.
I think that was like back in 2007.
Or can you hear me now?
I don't think they do those anymore. Anyway.
Little known fact, those yawns were actually real. I spread them to Aaron.
Yep, yawns spread. Still don't know why.
A little bit of trivia, if you want to know about, if any of you have seen Extraterrestrials of the Twilight Zone, well, of course, Aaron and I were both in that. But if the camera, okay, well, I'll tell you when it comes back. Okay. Anyway.
This is the crappy webcam version.
Actually filmed on Wesley's laptop.
Yep. Just proves that webcams are not reliable real cameras. So don't use them like these characters did.
But do wear a body camera thing.
We actually ended up cutting a scene because it just sucked, where Chris explains about the computer webcam and using a green poster board as a green screen.
I wonder who wrote that one.
That was me. I added it in because I felt like we needed an explanation, but I guess we don't.
Anyway, so back to the trivia. Oh, we can't see it. Damn it. Okay, hopefully we'll come back to it. Who knows? So, this is Chris crossing off all of Carter's lines.
I don't know if he actually wrote on there. It looks like he did, but...
That is our real script, little known fact.
Yep. All these lines were, like, on there, and so when people are reading them, they're supposed to be... When it looks like people are reading them, they're supposed to be, because...
Of course.
They don't actually... The characters don't actually memorize
of course.
The lines.
All of my lines are actually supposed to be Mike's or Drew's, but he wasn't there.
And most of them pretty much worked after we gave this short explanation.
If you look carefully, you can see me laughing, like, right... Well, it's coming up, because I find myself funny. Naturally, and so I tried to put it into what I was doing. It didn't end up well. It kind of looked like I was hiccuping.
Chris here moving the green screen, he added that in, and I think accidentally, he didn't mean to do this, but I think it falls. Yeah, it falls right about here, which it just made it more funny. But we didn't actually get this footage right here on webcam shot, just due to little complications with the webcam. But Andrew is also looking at his own copy of the script. Right now. There are 2 copies down there, although you can't see them.
That was me laughing. That was Chris freaking out.
Aaron did not enjoy being in the fetal position underneath the piano.
The following scene is probably one of the most painful things you'll ever have to watch in your life. It's 2 people who wouldn't normally act, trying to act, but not only in a funny way, but in a dramatic way.
This is actually like the first scene we shot that we used. It was right after we tried Chris's opening monologue.
I actually told Aaron to try to push Chris as hard as he could to get him into it, but all it did was end up getting him against the window.
Although Chris's bad acting does make Aaron's good acting look much better. I think.
Yes.
These 2 little inserts right here were shot separately because this scene, when we shot this scene, it was only those 2 actors there, and Sandra and me. It was the 4 of us. Other people hadn't come up. Oh, I'm sorry, bad grammar. Oh wait, grammar doesn't matter in film.
This is Christopher. He's adopted, obviously, the unsaid differences between him and
his brother and his mother and his father,
being
and his
Asian and lack of thereof. This is Aaron reflecting. I don't really know what to call it.
And that was shot separately too. And here are the credits. Chris, Tim, Phil, Carter.
You can see I'm actually guest starring. Oh, but look at this. I pointed out my name doesn't change.
Watch. Oh! Cool.
Also, you know assistant means important in Greek?
I did not know that. That's cool to know.
Well, I don't know who Bubba is, but thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I love you.